Hey, welcome Crazy Gamer Games models. Sorry, thinking of an old video. This is part 4 of building techniques and tips. If you're watching this and you are expecting a step-by-step build with building techniques, that's what it had intended and planned on being, but it's gone awry. This kit is a nightmare to build and film. Let's put it that way. A lot of tiny parts. It's not a hard kit to build. It's not like a messy, flashy kit. There are some issues with the kit I'll point out here in a minute, but um, I'm gonna have to do a lot of the building off camera, and then when I come across a unique building tip or technique, I'm gonna share that with you. Um, Probably gonna be after the fact, but I'm gonna try to do it on the fact like I'm gonna do right here. But let's take a look at what we have so far, and I'll talk about some issues that I've had with the kit. So, I open it up. As you can see, I built a lot of this in the first 3 videos, and as you can see now, I am done with this section. I didn't mark any of this off here. So let's mark this off real quick. Oh, I know why I didn't mark it off now. So I wanted to talk about it. On this section of the kit, first thing first, this says J23. J23 is a gun. This is J82. Just so you know, right down here, this little box is J82. It's right next to this box, J83. It's the same looking box. There are things like this J90. Get a better pointer. This J90 right here that tells you to put 1. Tells you to put 1. If you look closely, it's 2 in the picture. There's 2 in the picture. And then if you see M8 is an ammo bag, it shows you placing 1. But if you look down here, if you look down here, there's actually 2 ammo bags in the picture. So it tells you to put the 1, but you need 2, so you have to look ahead to see this. Also, with this J97 over here, it has you placing 1, but if you look down here, you need 2. So that is very prevalent in this turret section here that drove me crazy. I tried to film some of it, and it was crazy. Also, this thing, I feel, needs to be built. This whole from here, from step 4, all the way to step 8. I would recommend building in one sitting. Freaking fly, seriously? Why are you gonna have me conquered by a fly? Sorry, guys. You can leave out the jerry cans because you can put those in afterwards. But the photo etch needs to go down because when you glue back here, when you glue this piece J59 onto this section here, it doesn't locate very well, and then when you try to glue the base on, it doesn't line up, and if that glue joint is not loose, then it's not going to line up and it's going to pop off. So I'm going to have to fix that with some different glue, and I didn't glue my jerry cans down, so they're flying around, which that's fine. I can put them back in later. But as you can see, I mean, the detail in here is incredible. It is packed full of detail. Another issue on here is this is the one with the clear parts, and I had intended to put half of this on as a clear part. I just want to show you the clear part here. Show you the clear part. It doesn't have any of the molding on it that locates any of the parts on the inside of any of these parts right here. So if you're going to put a clear side on, you skip A1 and A2 and you just glue on G5 and G6. I didn't want to obscure all that detail, and I don't understand why they couldn't have put that in there, because on the top plate they put all the locating marks for gluing the stuff to the top of the turret, for gluing all that stuff. So I'm just going to do the clear top. I'm not going to do the clear sides. I'm going to do the clear top and hopefully the clear hull, engine doors, and all that stuff. So I got all this together. There's a section back here that's confusing. I'm still off a little bit. It says you don't glue this piece on here, but I'm assuming, I think you need to glue this to here and then put this on. Like this will slide over this. So glue this to this, then slide this over, then glue this in there. Because otherwise this is loose and it doesn't sit. And when you get to putting this part, when you get to gluing the piece in to lock the turret in, it gets confusing, super confusing. But I got it in there. This piece is still loose. I got to glue it down. I have some more pieces to put in this side, but it's glue. And my turret does move. It's a little tight in the back. It's rubbing on, but it's got it. There's little gears that lock in here, and that's what keeps it from falling when it's not being moved. So it gives you a little bit of resistance, but who knows how long that will last. And this whole, I mean, nothing positively locates, so it's super tricky. And there was also ejector pins in there that I used a number 10 round blade to scrape out. And I previously did a review on a cordless router Pro 2 that you can put a ball mill in that spins really slow, that you can take out those injector pins with if you have one of those. There's a review on my channel for that. So gas cans, let me talk about the jerry cans. The jerry cans go together fine, but when you go to put this top section here, this little handle section, it has a tab that locks into the gas can. Well, when you glue them together, that tab is blocked, so you have to drill that out. So drill it out. I used a hobby knife to widen the hole, and it was fine. I said this is just something to build, just to show off some techniques in building stuff. So now I am on to this section here, which I have the parts cleaned out. I'm going to show you some stuff on that. I don't do this and don't do this because I'm doing the clear. So, but I crossed this off thinking I don't need this, but I do need this because it skips this and then goes to this. This is the 1, 2, 3, the 1331 model which I'm building, and I can use the clear, and you can see with the clear the pieces will go on there. So, and then this is the section that is built here that I thought I didn't need because of the jumping, but this one I don't need. So this one, and this one, it's in between. Oh, this jumping around in this book. I should have just built the black, but I wanted to do it different to show you jumping around in the book. And, you know, I mark everything in yellow that I need to do, and I cross out in the pink that I don't need to do. And then if I make a mistake, I bring it back to my attention. And then as you can see, I mark off what I've done in the green. So some people check it, I mark it off in the green. Sometimes if I do a step, I highlight the step, but I like to mark the parts as I do them. So let's take a look at some parts I have cut out and some actual building techniques to do on this. Oh, also on this section right here, this piece down here, this basket, there was a huge ejector pin down there. That, 2 of them, 1, 2. And I just basically filled it with Mr. Surfacer because I know I'm not painting this, but man, they stuck out like a sore thumb. So I filled them with Mr. Surfacer. I know it's a different color. I may just prime the whole thing gray with Mr. Surfacer and just be done with it. So these are some of the itty bitty parts for this next section. So these are some of the parts for the next section, and they are tiny. As you can see, this little part right here, right there, and there are nibs on all these pieces, like this piece right here. You can see there is a little remnant of a nib right there. So basically with this one, I just get here with my file without my Optivisor, which is difficult. So I've been talking to somebody about my lighting system, and hopefully I have that fixed in the coming weeks so that it focuses better and the pictures look better. As you probably see on my watch, it's Tuesday the 3rd, 2019, right before hurricane comes, but this won't go out until later because the other videos haven't been up yet. So this is a little basket, and it has a little nib on there. We'll hit that with the file. Things like that. There we go. Basically hit that like that. Okay, that's done. Now I want to show you something with this little burr. Oh, this is a little grab bar that I am going to replace with lead wire. I'll show that technique in the next video. Basically, I want to show where it is. I've already cleaned up these parts because they were so tiny. But let's take this part, for example, right here. There was a sprue nib in there, and I used... Oh. There it is. I used this bit right here, this pointed conal bit in this Mr. Hobby cordless router Pro 2, and basically just came in here like this and just took that nib out just like that, and it works on many parts that are super small. That one has a nib on it, and I'm just going to come in here like so. Now, I normally use a Dremel with a flex shaft because I've used it forever, just constantly a Dremel person. But this is like a pen. It's fantastic. So that's a little technique of taking these off. Now on this rounded section here, a lot of people will come in like this, and then they'll just clip that as close as possible to the thing, and it'll leave a flat spot on the round end. And then if you look, it has two little... I don't know if that's flash. Yeah, that's flash. But you come in here and you leave a little bit like that. A little bit more. And then that way you can keep it round with a sanding stick. This is going to be a little bit more difficult because of that front piece. Just kind of take it off, going in one direction. Now, I got that down, or you can come in here with this tool like this. And you can just... Same difference, one direction there. So you can take that nib off right there. So you can use it like a pen. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I need my Optivisor to be able to see it. But you can take that off. This one back here at this back corner that's flat, you can just clip that one off. I would do it this way. Clip that one off. And there's hardly anything there. So I'll just come in here with this, holding it like my pen again. Just taking off that little bit of nub that's left. And then there's that. And then you have something like this that has a little gate right there. Just like that. And boom. That's round, still round. And there's one over here. And then there we go. And then that's done. We got a little piece here. These pieces are incredibly small. That one looks good. And come in here like this on this one. Just get that little bit right there. But as you can see, just clean up these parts like that. I'm going to get further along on this, and we will strive through, and I will show you some more techniques. I'm going to show you how to make a grab bar just like this one using a cool tool by Trumpeter, one of their master tool photo etch benders. They're medium size with some lead wire. I might also show you with some dead soft copper and some dead soft brass because they come in different gauges. You can use leaded wire and dead soft brass and dead soft copper, and I'll show you the difference on why you might want to use different ones. If I have the right size, I may even show you in piano wire, which is very difficult to bend, but you're not going to bend it, you're not going to knock it or bend it while you're painting or bumping your model. Whereas leaded wire, you might bend it in and things like that, but that could look like damage and weathering and things like that. So I'll get in the next video, I'll cover making a grab bar out of the different materials. I'll try to do the piano wire. I don't know if I have that diameter. I should, or it should be pretty close. And then we'll put that in with some super glue, and I'll show you how to bend one up with different techniques. I'll show you one with the tool, and I'll show you one with a pair of pliers. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to my Patreon. You guys have a fantastic day, and take care.